Good morning, my name is Charlotte and I am the Trauma Informed Teacher. If you're new here, my channel is a channel dedicated to teacher self-care and just general teacher tips. So thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited that you joined us today because today is a super exciting vlog that I have planned for you. Today I'm going to make my announcement about what I will be doing next year. As many of you know who've been following my channel, I have been struggling a little bit for the last few years to kind of find my way. During COVID, I was finishing up an EDS in educational leadership, so I was going for an administration degree, and I finished my courses, but my internship was supposed to happen that summer during the summer reading camp, and unfortunately, the summer reading camps were closed for that year in our state. So what happened was, because I hadn't already started my internship, my degree conferred before I could complete that important step. So I have everything that I need. I even passed the I think it's called SLLA or SSLA exam, the administrator exam. I passed it with flying colors, but I can't put it on my license yet because I haven't completed the step of the internship. So I struggled with what to do about that. It was a very unusual situation. My college, my university that I was working with, Liberty, they were trying to figure out a way that we could make it happen post my graduation, but basically I was going to have to pay out of pocket for all of the classes just to finish that up, or I could start a degree program and go through the normal way. So I went ahead and bit the bullet a few months ago and signed up for my doctoral classes. So I'm working on my doctorate and I'm finishing up my classes that I need to graduate with my administrator's degree. Now, I've been looking for an administrative position ever since then, because technically they could hire me in my state because I'm working towards that. But you know, I definitely want to make sure that I go ahead and get my my courses finished, because there's really important information that you learn as part of your internship. And you know, I don't want to skip that step because I don't want to make any missteps and then have that set me back in my career later. So, you know, it's been kind of like touch and go. I've applied for several things. I did not get the positions, obviously, that I applied for. This last position that I signed up to potentially interview for was a beginning teacher coordinator program, which I'm really hoping that at some point I will get to work with beginning teachers and coordinating them, because I absolutely have a heart for them. I remember what it was like, how difficult it was, and I really want to make sure that before I leave education that I'm planting seeds in other people that will continue on after I retire. So the beginning teacher program is really a passion of mine, and I noted that at some point in my career I'm going to work on that. But I applied for a position. It was several hours away, so it would require us to move, and we started talking about it as a family and just decided that, you know, we're happy where we're at. My district has really done a lot to retain me, and you know, I want to be loyal to them, even though there's this thing inside me that's like so ready to be given a shot at administration. I just really needed a switch. And if you watch my previous video, I will link it up in the cards so you can watch it if you haven't. I said that I was just feeling like, you know, middle school was something that I was doing, you know, to support my team and my district. It was what they needed at the time. But honestly, my roots are in elementary, and so I wanted to, you know, change up what I was doing for the next year. So my hope is that in doing a new position next year, I'm going to get revitalized, have some new energy, and just be able to kind of like relax and enjoy my job until the opportunity arises where I'm given a chance as an administrator. I know that in one of my recent interviews, they commented that, you know, I had made a comment about just wanting to get out of the classroom. It's not that I want to quit being a classroom teacher. It's that having that experience of being delayed, has created in me this like, what should I say, like a fighting spirit. No, I'm not going to give up on this dream that I have to reach just more than my own classroom, but to actually reach other classrooms, to reach an entire building of students and teachers, and take care of people and support the best educational experience for kids that I possibly can. I'm not going to give up until I see that dream realized. So I guess like it can come across the wrong way if you don't understand where my background and what I've been through, but really it's more of a fighter spirit that, you know, I'm going to keep pushing for this thing that I've been working towards because number one, I've invested so much time and energy into it. Number two, I have a passion for helping people, not just the kids, but the teachers, taking care of teachers who take care of the kids. And I love collaborating with educators. So I really do think that administration is a really good fit for me whenever I'm given that chance. I'm kind of an unusual personality to go into administration. A person with my personality might often just stay a teacher until the day they retire. So a lot of the people who are interviewing me don't always relate to my personality, but I also think that I personally could be a really good complement to people that have a different type of more like driven leadership style than I do. I'm more of an inspirational leader. So I will get in there, I will do the work, I will show examples, and I will work alongside people. And that's how I lead, and that's how I inspire others to do great things for kids. I think that that can be a really great compliment if the people that are on the interview team can see that they need somebody to balance them out. So, you know, eventually I'll get my chance, but I'm super excited to be doing the position that I've been offered for next year. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to announce to you my new position for the 2023-2024 school year. Here we go. Next year, I will be moving to I really think it's going to be a positive change for me. I know that our babies are different in elementary than they used to be before COVID. Let's face it, all of our students are different than they used to be before COVID. But, you know, everybody's been warning me. They're like, you know, Charlotte, it's not going to be what you think it is. And I'm like, you know what? I am not listening to that because I know my passion for elementary students. I know my preparation for dealing with elementary students. I have 14 years of trusted, tried experience in elementary, and plus I have the knowledge and the experience at the upper grades to know where those students need to be headed so that they can have a positive experience once they get up to the middle school. And I think that all of those things, along with my creativity, are just going to come together. I think that I'm going to be a team member that will be able to, you know, work well with all the different teachers over there. And I'm so excited about the team that I've been assigned next year. Both of them are like stellar teachers. I'm like honored to be able to work on their team. And I'm really excited to just kind of hash things out together, see what they already know about the kids over there that I'm going to be working with. And I'm excited just to have that like classroom where I am going to have my students all day long for all the subjects, except when they might go out for like a special or an intervention or anything like that. I am going to be able to do a lot of integrating, which is my strength. It's going to be all me. So I will get to create this little community of learners, and I am excited about it. I think it's also going to allow me to use my strong background and curriculum to integrate a lot of my subject areas. I'm excited about teaching literacy again. It's a big passion of mine. I think it's going to go along very well with my supplemental role that I'm doing for the district. I'm right now leading a team at the district level for NC SIP, which is basically a grant program, and we are working on adolescent literacy right now. So our current plan for the next several years is to improve what we're doing to make sure that we have strong readers once they get up to the middle grades and above. So my background in understanding older, like what it means to be literate at older grades, is going to come in very handy in the fourth grade. But also, I'll be able to, oversee the development of readers all the way up on both sides, because now I have so many relationships built with my team that I worked with here in the middle school. I know a lot of the high school teachers well from rubbing shoulders with them. And then I also am going to be working closely with the elementary teachers. And it takes all of us to create strong readers. So I'm excited about kind of being in the middle of the sandwich, so to speak, and being able to really affect both the primary grades and the intermediate and secondary grades by being in that position. So I just think it's a really good fit for me. And I'm sure there will be challenges because I'm the only fourth grade teacher. So that means that I have all of the students, regardless of whether they have gotten along well with each other or not, regardless of how many different needs they have and how many different ability levels they're bringing to the table in different subject areas. I get it all. So that will, bring some challenges, but I think it's no different than, when I'm teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I also am dealing with so many different ability levels and all these different standards. At least I'm going to be focused on 4th grade standards now. So I do have to print out my standards before I leave for the school year and take them home and start really looking at any changes that have happened since the last time that I dealt with the curriculum. I need to figure out what I'm going to do, for my math, review that I do. I always do some sort of a spiral review as part of their regular work alongside the math program, whatever math program we're using. So I have to figure out all of that. But I just love elementary. So I love the development of students of that age. Fourth graders can do so much if you train them to do it. And if you, kind of model and then let them try things, they can do a lot. But at the same time, they still have that real need to be accepted and loved. And not that middle schoolers don't, but they're going through an age where they're gaining more independence. And so at that developmental level, it's not cool to be the teacher's favorite necessarily. You have to have a really good sense of self to be that person that makes it known that you like the teacher. Or, it's fourth graders, there will be some of them that are that way, but it won't be the entire class of students. It will be pockets of kids. So I know what I'm getting myself into. I know how fourth grade girls can be, fighting with each other. I know about that stuff. It's nothing I haven't seen before. I definitely I've taught, first grade, second grade, third grade. So any of my babies who are lower because of COVID, I feel confident in handling some of those needs. I'm sure the rest will come as I get to know my students and as I talk with the parents and find out, what's been going on so far, what has worked for them, what has not worked for them. It's just all about getting to know the kids and getting to know how they tick and what helps them. So it will come. Right now, I need to work on some packing. I have boxes that need to be filled. And I need to get all of this stuff separated between the things that I'm going to be taking to my new classroom and the things that I'm going to be giving to the science lab over there. So that is what I'm going to be working on over the next probably about 7 hours of work that I'm going to do today on that. And then this evening I have to work on some assignments for my doctorate class. So let's go ahead and get started on some of this work that we have to do so that I can quit procrastinating.
You need to go down to Lori's room and look and see what math stuff that you might want to take from there.
For 4th grade?
There's all kinds of little bits and pieces, manipulatives. You might really want to go check. Amanda's
Or are
got what
there
she
none
needs.
being left from 4th grade?
There probably are, but you never know. You might find something good in Lori's room. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying. You
Yeah,
might want
that's
to shop
true.
while you got the time and shop the closet.
Okay.
Because I don't know what they have over there. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Be prepared. Just trying to help you.
So I have gotten an awful lot done so far. Everything in these cabinets behind me has been completely boxed up or gone through. Those are empty down there. You can see there's just a few odds and ends here. I've started to stack the things that are going to the other science teacher that's replacing me over here. I don't think there's going to be very much of my personal stuff that I have to worry about, but everything that I have that's personal is actually back in that corner right there, and that's what I need to tackle next. I need to go through these cabinets, and I'm hoping to throw a lot of stuff away in these cabinets right here, but I need to go through these, and I need to go through my teacher corner right here and get all my personal stuff separated and boxed. So that's basically what I have to do next. I'm going to work on this for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to take a break because I have some things that I need to do for my class, my schoolwork. It's actually already 10 after 1, so I'll probably work until like 3 to 3:30, and then I'll stop and work on my stuff for my class, and then I'm going to come back to this and work on it again tonight. I'm hoping to get through all of those cabinets and my teacher corner pretty much tonight and just wrap up odds and ends tomorrow morning because I have like a couple of hours in the morning. But if I for some reason don't get done, I can work on this again tomorrow evening after my training. We're getting a new reading curriculum, so I have a training for that tomorrow, like a launch where we're going to learn all about it. So I'm going to be busy most of the day, like from 10 to 4, I'm going to be busy. But if I have to, I can work on this tomorrow night. Saturday, I don't have a lot of time. I don't really want to be working on it on Sundays, and I really hope I don't have to come back next week because I don't get paid for it if I do. So if I had to, I could, because the art teacher, I don't think, there is an art teacher, but she has not arrived yet. She's newly hired, so she won't be even trying to get into this until like August, at the very earliest, like the end of July. So there's nobody from the summer camp or whatever that's going to be in my room next week. So that does give me a little flexibility if I have to take extra time, but my goal is get out of here and start summer break.